start with a move by Beijing that could have huge implications for North Korea. Moving closer to the US and the international community on the issue, China has ordered North Korean companies operating in the country to shut. They have 120 days to close from the date of the most recent UN resolution that was adopted on September 12th. The United States, which has been leading efforts to crack down on Pyongyang, has welcomed China's move. Jong-hong starts us off.
Amid increasing calls to exercise its leverage, China finally appears to be doing its part to rein in North Korea. China has ordered North Korean companies on the mainland to close down 120 days from the passing of the UN Security Council's latest set of sanctions on the regime. That means the companies will be shut by January 9th at the latest. China's Commerce Ministry said the action is in line with the UN resolution adopted on September 12th in the wake of the North 6 nuclear test conducted earlier this month. The crackdown applies to all companies doing business in China, including China-North Korea joint ventures and even restaurants, which have had difficulty getting visas issued or renewed for their workers. China's toughest measure to date comes just 11 days after Beijing announced it was limiting petroleum exports to the north and banning imports of North Korean textiles, a mainstay of the North's foreign income. Many observers say China was mindful of U.S. pressure to take tough action against its longtime ally. And Washington has praised China's move. Susan Thornton, the U.S. Acting Assistant Secretary of State for East Asian and Pacific Affairs, told the Senate that, quote, Chinese policy is shifting, adding the U.S. is closely working with Beijing to execute a common strategy and are clear-eyed in viewing the progress. Along with the international community, the U.S. has been ramping up pressure and applying substantial sanctions on the North to force it to give up its nuclear and missile ambitions. Watchers also say China would have been burdened to comply with Washington's demands ahead of President Trump's scheduled visit to China in November. Jong-hong, Arirang News.